haven't been there since they closed down.
Well,
I go to Middleman if I have to go now.
well,
But
when
I haven't been in 2 years.
I don't like Moody's. I had them as Coca-Cola. That was my insurance. I didn't like Moody's. They were calling me.
You know,
Bills.
when it rains and stuff, that's when that thing goes even worse. After
I paid my
Oh, yeah.
you go to bottom
They
one.
get in your joints.
Yeah.
If you had surgeries and stuff too.
See, I did have it on
Start-
there.
No more
It's
Start
all
walking,
over.
yeah.
Annual follow-up.
You start
I'm like,
sometimes.
I don't think
It's
so.
getting
You
cloudy
don't want to go up,
outside.
you won't follow up.
Start.
Yeah, they want to follow up,
Start
which
getting
that's the
cloudy.
job.
But they're gonna get
I
their money.
forgot, I just started ice right before I came in. My mind, I wound up in emergency medicine. Yeah, it was real. They've been over a week now since and my orthopedic, they couldn't see me until August the 20th.
We're ready.
Good afternoon again. The Board of Adjustment is now in session at 1:05 p.m. on August 5th. Roll call.
Chair Diane Frederick,
Here present.
Board Member Griffin,
Here,
Board Member Lewis,
Here.
Board Member Ferguson,
Here.
and Board Member Smith.
Present.
We have a public hearing.
and the public figures minutes.
You want me to read it for the record, or Mitty to read it for the record?
For what?
Public hearing for BA 2025-02.
Yeah, public hearing for BA 2025-02 Bulldog Contracting LLC as applicant on behalf of property owner Howie Joan O'Brien, TR Declaration Trust of Joan O'Brien Howie, right? Okay. Howie, so, okay, thank you.
And Madam Chair, are the applicants, is that you guys?
Yeah.
Who's going to be speaking? All of you? Okay, I need to swear in whoever's going to speak, so if you could come to the podium for me, and this is a quasi-judicial hearing, so give your name to the Board of Adjustment, please.
My name is Matthew Gray, Gray.
Thank you, and can you raise your right hand for me, and I'll swear in you and any staff who's going to testify. Do you swear from this, do you swear from to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. I'll turn back to the Board of Adjustment for any ex parte disclosures on this application.
No.
Okay. And Madam Chair, if I could just read into the record the request for BA 2025-02. It's a request from the Board of Adjustment to grant a variance of 9.5 feet from the required 15-foot greenbelt to allow a 5.5-foot greenbelt on the south side of the property, 2, a variance of 0.27 feet from the required 15-foot rear setback to allow a 14.73 existing rear setback north end of building, and 3, a variance of 0.17 feet from the required 15-foot rear setback south end of building to allow a 14.83 existing rear setback for the expansion of an existing building by 5,753 square feet of production space and executive offices with 2 additional bathrooms in the Planned Commerce Center PCC zoning district, 4400 East Tiffany Drive, Central Park subdivision, lots 15, 16, and 17, PCN 44, 43, 4305, 2300000150 in Mangonia Park. Thank you, Madam Chair. And do you want the applicant to make a presentation?
Yeah, you want to make a presentation? You said Matthew Gray?
Matthew Gray, exactly that. So what I would like to do is just have kind of a quick statement, and then I would like to introduce Austin Capers, who's the representative of Scientific Instruments, to tell a little bit about what they do. And I also have my engineer here with Brett Moore, who could be more specific in answering questions and kind of presenting that to best fulfill the needs here. So would you prefer to swear them in?
Yeah, let's swear everybody in. So why don't I just swear everybody who's here from your team, just in case questions come up. Can you all stand if you're able and raise your right hands for me? Do you all swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. You, sir, as well, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Thank you. All right. Anybody who wants to speak can go ahead and speak to the board.
Hey, hi everybody. My name is Austin Capers. I'm one of several standing owners and operators of Scientific Instruments. know some of you were here the last time we had to talk about this, but I just want to give a brief introduction to our company and what we're doing right here in Magnolia Park. So I'm a third generation owner operator. My grandfather started this company in Lake Worth in 1967. We moved here in '88, I believe, and built the current building. So since then, starting in a small garage in Lake Worth, we brought this to a multi-million-dollar company where we're developing products that are used in manned space travel all over the world, not just in the United States, but also abroad. We're supporting energy development, and along with life-saving medical devices like MRIs and proton therapy for cancer patients. So this is all being done right here in Magnolia Park. And we've, in the last several years, we've experienced significant growth, so much to where we've got 52 employees in our building now, and we just need more space for manufacturing. I kind of use the analogy of a fish tank. Most species of fish, will only grow as large as their environment. So if we want to keep growing and keep supporting scientific community and the world, then we gotta add space. So that's where we are today. We want to stay here in Magnolia Park, but to do that, we have to build and add more space. So that's where we are, and thank you for your time and your consideration.
Do you have pictures of your building? Do you have any pictures of your building?
Not really.
Okay.
There's some on our website, but please come visit us anytime.
Okay.
I'll give you a tour today, right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
Any
problem.
questions for me?
Yes, I would like to ask one question. Of the employees, you say you have 52. How many? What's the percentage of Magnolia Park residents in your building?
A small percentage. We have to. We're doing micro soldering. Most of these people are working under microscopes, soldering 8 hours a day.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It takes
Yeah.
a very special skill. But I believe we do have maybe one locally.
Do y'all do training?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's,
Yeah. We do training. We offer, great benefit packages. Free healthcare. My grandfather started this, taking care of our people. He'll take care of the company, and that is standing today.
that's all my question. Thank you.
Quick question, just maybe I didn't get the memo. If you talked about proton therapy for cancer patient, what were the other 2 or 3 that your company does?
We're heavily rooted in the magnetic resonance imaging, so MRIs.
All right.
So 2 of the largest MRI manufacturers in the world
Okay.
exclusively use our temperature sensors in the magnets in the MRI.
What else?
So energy development. So we're supporting liquid natural gas storage facilities worldwide. And the future of energy development in the world is going to be fusion energy technology. And that's something that every major company in the world is investing in, and they need our sensors. There's only a couple places in the world you can get sensors like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
other thing is space exploration. So our sensors we use throughout the entire life of the Apollo program, the Space Shuttle program, the Hubble telescope, and today NASA's existing rocket is the SLS, the Space Launch System. It's going to be taking us back to the moon and beyond to Mars eventually. But we are now, because of the privatization of space exploration, we're being used exclusively on several private space exploration companies' rockets.
I'm going to go on the assumption if I'm incorrect, just say shut up or you're incorrect. But with the space, are you competing with government contracts, or are you just strictly sticking on the private sector of the specs?
We're not competing against any government entity.
Okay.
We have privately held competitors. There's 1 or 2 of them worldwide, but we are working on government contracts and also private side as well when it comes to space.
Okay, and my last question, I'll shut up. Board member Ferguson asked about the the ratio of how many residents and man going there working for your company, and you kind of explained that it takes a certain skill. But all jokes aside, and I'm just going to go out there, I'm not and being specific. My son has a degree in aerospace engineering and a master's in mechanical, and he needs a job. I'm being serious. So he will be coming back home in the nest. So you know, I'm just throwing that out there. Seriously. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep talking.
Your
Any other questions?
your presentation was great. I really thank you for your expertise and the work that you're doing for our country and across the world too as well. Scientifically, it sounds pretty good what you got going on. So keep up the good work. Yeah, appreciate it. Austin, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
So just briefly, for those that don't know, and you probably have the information there in front of you, we are building an addition. That's what we are proposing to do. With that addition, this is where the configuration of the way that the property will be, that's where this variance comes into play. That's where we need to try to get a little bit more space out of the south side of the property. And I'm going to now bring Brett Moore, our engineer, up here that could address any questions and kind of get into the specifics in that so we can kind of push this along.
Thank you, Matt. Like Matt said, I'm going to be the designer of record for the project. So if there's anything specific about the nuts and bolts, I know they already did a pretty good job giving you the history and the background of what we're trying to do. So if there's anything specific about the construction, I can tell you it's going to be a similar construction. The building architecturally is going to look very similar to the way it looks now, with just some slight modernization, just making it look a little bit fresher and a little bit cleaner. But other than that, we're not raising anything to create any eyesores or anything like that. We're trying to keep everything, you know, the way it is. It's pretty low key right now. It's not overbearing or anything like that with any of the surrounding buildings. So they should more or less sit pretty clean in there, especially with the landscape plan they're going to incorporate.
I'm sorry, let me just jump in, Madam Chair, if I may. So and you probably touched on this earlier when you talked about, but explain the variance request for today. What is it that you're asking the Board of Adjustment to approve?
In a nutshell, you know, what we're asking, what's basically written here is it's asking for two things essentially. It's one on the south side to basically encroach into the green space. We're still going to have a green space, we're still going to have landscape, but it is going to shrink a little bit to bring in that extra parking to make the addition work out. So that's the first part of it. And then the second is actually there's a slight variance that we're asking for on the west side of the building that revolves around the existing structure, where when it was built back in the late 80s, it slightly encroached into the 15 feet setback. Why that was done, if somebody just made a mistake surveying when they built the building, we're not quite sure, but we wanted to kind of bring that up because when everybody's looking at the survey and everything, there is that little bit of deviation there where we're in the space, but that's the existing building. We're just kind of raising our hand and saying, hey, we need to ask for forgiveness here before we move forward with our expansion and everything. But the expansion itself, where it's expanding, we're not expanding further into that space. We're not encroaching over there on the west side, just the south. And that's just going to be the parking. We're not bringing the structure and the wall all the way up against the property or anything like that.
Does that make sense to the board?
Makes a lot of sense. Makes
Just-
a lot of
and-
sense.
And just so you're clear, what I read to you, what he's talking about, the encroachment, the site plan that was approved by the town showed the 15-foot required building setback, but when it was constructed, it was mere inches off, not even a full inch really, so it's a tiny amount of space, but as he said, they need to clean it up because it does encroach into the setback, but the addition that they're building is not at the same distance. The new part of the building will meet the required setback. So the two variances that you see are just cleanup on the existing building, and then the one that he mentioned is the Greenbelt variant, so that's the primary one.
Where's the 5,000 feet, 5,700 feet?
That's the square footage for the
Yeah,
expansion?
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the expansion, like she mentioned, that doesn't push into any of the setback space, that's all gonna be within the setback. The only thing we're pushing into the setback that's new is the parking. So no building is gonna get close to the property line or anything like that.
And how much, parking are you looking to?
The parking, I think, is around 50 as it sits now. I've got a set of site plan.
It's close to that, it's not dead on.
Yeah, somewhere in that.
50 parking spaces?
Yeah, there's about 50 or so.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's good.
Right, the 50 spots are not going into the setback though. We're only bringing like a lane or two into there. The 50 is like the total for the entire property.
Got it.
So, I mean, we're probably adding, I think we're probably around 30, I think, and then we're adding probably another 20, so. Something like that. And that's just a result of the expansion, trying to get the parking for everybody that's gonna be in the new space.
All I have a question is, I walked this place just, Saturday? So the location, which building is on the west side of Tiffany Lake towards the south? Which building, with the fence around it? Or give me an idea
There's
to.
I don't think there's really a fence, right?
No, there's a brick paver company that's to the left, they have the, chain link fence around their property.
Correct.
Mine is just to the north of that.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about, okay, yeah.
So right now, we don't have enough space, parking spaces as
You
it
don't,
is.
yeah.
We're parking in the grass, our grass lot.
I see that, I seen that too as well, gotcha.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we're gonna clean that up, have nice landscaping, have proper parking for everybody.
So you're gonna cut off some of that easement and extend your parking lot out to there, right? Yeah, correct, I know exactly what you're talking about, okay. Yeah, that ain't bad. But you're still gonna have the shrubbery and all that?
Yeah.
That's not bad, good.
Yeah, and ultimately,
Okay,
there's
I'm
gonna be
satisfied.
landscaping there that's gonna give people, some cover, so they're not just looking at a parking lot, That's all gonna be.
Yeah, because we went out there Saturday, so, yeah.
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay, having heard the applicant's presentation and discussion, if, any other questions?
Anybody online? Cashier, if anybody's online.
Oh, comments we need comments from the public and the board. Is there any comments from?
You don't have anyone online.
No one's online.
No, there's no one online, okay. So, with that in mind, is there a, motion on the floor?
So moved. Second.
Madam Chair, just for the record, is the motion to approve
Yes.
BA 2025-02? And is the seconder of the motion in agreement with seconding a motion to approve?
Yes.
Thank you.
So it has been moved and seconded, for, BA 2502, Bulldog Contracting, has been approved. The
Madam Chair,
variances.
if you could call for the vote. You have a motion and
Oh.
a second, but if you could ask the clerk to do roll call, please.
I forgot I didn't know how to whisper.
Roll call.
Board Member Griffin,
Yes.
Board Member Lewis,
Yes.
Board Member Ferguson,
Yes,
and Board Member Smith.
Oh, yes.
Chair.
big yes.
Frederick.
Yes.
It passes unanimously. That's it.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you all.
Well,
Motion to
I might
adjourn.
come and try to get a job
I
too.
make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Oh, golly. Y'all came, when did y'all come before the board before get
About
all
a
this done?
couple of years.
Huh?
It was town council.
It was town council. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, it kinda confused me.
The building, 'cause we
Yeah.
don't,
I don't remember.
Building is there, they just.
I know, but I'm saying, I've never heard, oh, no, it's not, it's not.
Drive around here.
You gotta close us out.
Well, I wanna know what it is. I'm
Take
not
care,
saying-
baby.
You gotta close us out. You didn't close us out. We
No,
didn't.
sure do.
You gotta close us out.
They didn't say nothing about adjournment. They just
We gotta
said,
adjourn?
thank you. We didn't adjourn.
Yes.
Call order, call order.
Huh?
Call the order, say we haven't adjourned yet.
Excuse me, we need to properly adjourn.